kind of an experiment on my part, which I love doing. Most of everything that I end up cooking is basically on experiment, and I just kind of go from there. So hope you like to experiment with me. So what I'm going to do now is literally just start slicing up the eggplant. Really thin slices if you can get it really thin, because I think that that's going to be the key to being able to fold them up. And if you have a, forget what they're called, a mandolin, that would make this really, really simple. But I'm just, for now, just trying to cut these slices. Oh, that was a bit too thin. Okay, maybe I'll start off with that amount and then we'll go from there. So what I'm doing now is taking salt and rubbing it into the eggplant, because this helps it not to make your mouth and tongue kind of feel tingly and numb. And what you're going to do is just rub it right into the eggplant on both sides. Like so. Okay, and then you're going to want to let it sit for about 10 minutes or so. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is make a filling for the ravioli. So what I'm going to use is some ricotta cheese. And I'm also going to mix that with some goat cheese. And these are all just like no special brand. I'm just mixing cheeses so that this tastes good in the end. Okay, and we're also going to use a little bit of garlic. So just have a garlic clove here. I'm going to take a hunk off of that. And then I always use my garlic press. I really like this. This is a Paper Chef one, but I know like you can get them at any store, grocery store, Walmart. But it just means that your hands don't end up getting all stinky and kind of gross. You just press it down like that and then it just comes right out. Sometimes it's a bit of a big one, so big clove, so you stick it back in. Out. And then I'm just going to kind of mash all this together. So this is ricotta, cheese, goat cheese, and garlic. So, I mean, this probably isn't the most healthiest recipe ever, but I mean, you're saving yourself on the gluten, and goat cheese is actually fairly low in, as far as cheese goes, goat cheese has probably the least amount of fat and calories per what you're eating. And to be honest with you, a little bit of cheese never really hurt anybody, so it's fine. So I'm also going to put some fresh ground pepper in here. Just crack it over like that. Mix that in. And then take some of your cheese mixture, put it into the center of the eggplant along with some salsa, and just fold it over like so. It actually does a really good job of just sticking to itself, just like that. You pick that up, move it over to your baking sheet. This piece a bit thick. It's going to be harder. Sorry about the lighting. All my natural light kind of disappeared with the icicles. Oh, okay, they look perfect. I don't know if you can see this, but they're like beautifully golden brown. They're very, very nice, and they smell really good. So what I'm going to do, put them here for a second. And I also prepared some wild rice. So how I'm going to serve these is by actually taking them off the pan and putting them directly on the wild rice. Oh, they smell so good. And I've also prepared some pureed butternut squash. And if you want to know how to make this, I also have another video on how to do this, but what I am going to use this for this time instead of soup is actually to put it right on top of the ravioli. I think this is going to add a lot of taste to this as well. I wish it's more. It's pretty thick right now, but that's okay. And then, as a garnish, I'm going to add a little bit of this fresh tomato, and I just cut up tomato with a little bit of olive oil and some oregano on top of it, just to add a little bit of taste and freshness to the dish. Think of anything else you'd want to put inside of it, maybe some mushrooms, some potato. There's lots and lots of options you could put inside these little raviolis, so give it a shot and tell me how it works out for you.
Good? Yeah, you stopped making it like 5 seconds ago.
I know, I've been hungry for hours. This usually only takes like 20 minutes to make, but when you're trying to film it, man.
That was good, it was good. But,